On, you are live.
Welcome to WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. We got a loaded show. We've got healthy Bryan Power. We've got healthy Ross. We've got injured Andy. I think we have healthy Drew. And we have sick Dan. Dan, get on in here. You move from the warm West Coast to the East Coast. This was a 5% no-brainer that you're going to immediately get sick.
Yeah, no, but there's no sickness, Andy, that could hold me down from WagerTalk Today. So the ibuprofen is flowing. I'm alongside you, my good king. And yes, like you said, what an intro that we at least we have three healthy bodies. We have one fighting through injury and is on steroid help. And I'm on more Dayquil than probably should be legally allowed. But I'm happy to be here. Like you said, loaded show. We got Bryan Power coming up. He's going to talk a little NBA. Ross coming on, talking some NBA as well. And both of those gentlemen will be talking some NFL action. One of them talking AFC, the other talking NFC. So we're going to get you ready to bet those games. And then Drew Martin coming from the top rope, talking a little college basketball action. So while I may be under the weather, the guests certainly will be bringing the thunder. That is the guarantee that I can give you, Andy.
All right, let's go LFG WTF. You're under the weather, so it is my job.
I get a pass.
Pick today's.
Okay.
I
put a pass into the system, Andy. So now you have to sell me on a play. I need to get a graphic of myself looking happy in it, maybe with a bit of consternation.
Okay. Also, let us know in the chat. Is this a WTF if you disagree with the player in LFG? Why, Dan? Why are the New York Knickerbockers still getting 11.5 points against anybody? I know they're playing the Brooklyn Nets, but this is a team that has won 2 games out of their last 11. They got blown out as 10-point favorites in their last game against Dallas. This team is 2-8 ATS the last 10. They are cratering right now. And I know it's the Brooklyn Nets, but the Brooklyn Nets have a better ATS record, quote, on the road than the Knicks do, at home. Last 10 games, Nets have a better ATS record, and yet we're sitting at 11.5. Give me Brooklyn Nets plus 11.5, all 11.5 of those points. There's just no world that the Knicks should be this big of a favorite. So Dan, WTF or LFG?
Andy, let's be real. This is what this segment is all about. It should give you some pause and say, what are you talking about? We're not fading the Knicks. Yes, we're fading the Knicks. And Andy, when I was out the other week, he went back to this well and said, what are we doing, folks? Like that's what happens, I feel like, so often, especially in NBA with players in, with players out. It's so hard to base these numbers, and you're basing numbers off of a Knicks team that simply isn't playing like the Knicks. You know what I mean? And what we've come to expect. So no brainer for me. This is an LFG. Anytime you're talking to me about an ugly underdog, Andy, I already want a case to be made for that side. So give me that 11.5 with the Brooklyn Nets. LFG all day long. Drop below if you agree or disagree. And don't worry, Mark, there will be plenty of jibber jabber, but lead off with the picks, right? Unfortunate.
Sorry, Mark. Sorry. We're going to get to some more picks. I love you guys in the chat. All right, let's bring in Bryan Power. Let's talk some NBA and the AFC Championship. And Bryan, it does appear you are going to be on our side. We had the discussion yesterday. Why is Jared Stidham like this 8-point difference, coming in here? So I'm going to ask for your breakdown of the AFC Championship. We got the Patriots against the Broncos. It's like the Broncos are the team with the big unknown. Is this a bad thing for them, or is this they get the surprise factor? But then you get New England. Could they get any more breaks? Are they just the team of destiny this year? Like every week they play the Jets. I didn't know if you knew that. The schedule came out.
Basically, yes.
The Jets or the Dolphins in 30-degree weather. But the floor is yours here. We got New England minus 5.5 over under 42.5. How do you see this game going?
Look, there's only one place to start, and it's Jared Stidham having to take over quarterback for Denver in place of the injured Bo Nix, as you set it up there, Andy. And yeah, I believe you guys did discuss this on the show yesterday. Look, a headline for the game had Denver as a small home favorite, but with Knicks out, now it's completely flipped. And the Broncos getting 5.5 at home. This may seem a little crazy to start the breakdown. I would not have actually had any real interest in laying points with Denver here. But now that they're an underdog, I am quite intrigued. Now, I don't think it's a good thing for Denver to have to go from Knicks to Stidham. I mean, I'll talk a little about Stidham in just a little bit, but we see this all the time, how the market and the betting public overreact to these quarterback injuries, not just in these big-time games, but during the regular season. Now, there's clearly a drop-off from Knicks to Stidham. What it is, I don't know. You talk about Jarrett Stidham. He's a guy who's taken only a handful of snaps the last 2 seasons. Last NFL pass attempt was back in 2023. But like you guys seem to be alluding to, and I concur, a 7 to 8 point shift in the line seems a bit steep. It's not like Knicks was the driving force behind Denver's success this year. Now, I know that similar to a lot of the teams that had success this year, including the Broncos' opponent, the Patriots, like the Chicago Bears, who were just eliminated, there have been a lot of fluky teams in the NFL this season, right? Denver, you look at this, they've trailed in the vast majority of their games, but we're now talking about a situation. We don't need them necessarily to win. They just need to keep it within 5 points. You know, they got the 5 turnovers last week. Denver did. They were a little bit lucky to get by the Bills in overtime, but you could say the same thing about the Patriots, guys, against the Texans. And truth be told, maybe I'll get a lot of flack for this, but I don't think Drake May has been all that great in the 2 playoff wins for New England. He was lucky last week to recover 2 of his own fumbles. This Denver defense, which, oh, by the way, leads the league in sacks, they can get to May. And if May's going to put the ball on the ground, is the fumble luck going to be there again? We shall see. Few things to consider. If the current spread holds, it's going to be the largest road favorite we've ever had on a conference championship weekend. And I think that's significant. Go back to that goes back to the 1970 merger, before all of us were born, the 3 of us at least. Also, you talk about home underdogs of 4 or more in the NFL playoffs. How about a 9-0 against the spread run? Lastly, Denver does have the 1-day rest edge heading into Sunday's game. Teams with a rest edge, guys, and playing at home on conference championship weekend are 21-7 straight up per Bet Labs. When it comes to betting the side in this year's AFC Championship game, I could only look at Denver and the points.
If you have a backup quarterback that's coming in that is just a complete unknown, there is just no film. Like this is Sean Payton, who can get creative. I just think this is a really, really tough ask to see a quarterback that you have no idea what's going to happen on the offense.
And look, Stidham can't play he can't play terribly. And Denver, if he plays terribly, Denver will. But I mean, you could say that about any quarterback, right? You could say that about a normal starter. Bo Nix was the quarterback and played terrible. Denver wasn't going to win either. I think what I'm looking at here is a matchup that's just probably low scoring. And I just look at these 2 teams, and I think points are going to be at a premium here. I know the Denver game against Buffalo was much higher scoring than I anticipated. I took an L on that. I actually like the under in that game. I just see a low scoring game. You're giving me 5.5. Denver's only lost 1 game, guys, this year by more than 2 points. It was when Jacksonville actually came in and blew them out. But that game, you look at Denver's season, looks like kind of an outlier, an anomaly. And I saw Dan's buddy, Nick Foles, earlier in the week sending tweets. Don't worry about, the Patriots don't always do well against backup quarterbacks, which was humorous. So, yeah, I mean, look, Jarrett Stidham's not Nick Foles, but if he can limit mistakes, Denver can absolutely, at the very least, stay within this number. And, yeah, Drake May's been good during the year, but, again, I don't think he's been great the last 2 games. New England has played by far the easiest schedule in the league. So, yeah, Denver plus the points is the only way that I could look in this game.
Brian says Denver can't run the ball. You guys concerned about how they're going to score? Possible under?
Yes, Denver will struggle to run the ball in this game, probably, which is a concern when you've got a backup quarterback. We saw Houston. That was my concern with Houston. I wrote about in the last game that, Woody Marks was coming off that massive game against Pittsburgh on the Monday night. But the Patriots' run defense is legit. Again, though, I'm going to come back to what I said. I just think points are at a premium. I do not see this. I would be shocked if this was a high-scoring game, if we want to talk about the total a little bit.
Go for it. Total, yeah.
No, I mean, I'll just say that. I wouldn't be looking for a shootout in this game, which is, I think, just another reason I want to take the points.
I don't think Sean Payton trusts RJ Harvey in that lead back bell cow role. Listen, Brian, you know me, I do props. RJ Harvey was he was the pick last week. Oh, against that Buffalo Bills defense, 55.5. Got to take it. I was like, no, something doesn't smell right. And it wasn't even remotely close. So I would be looking at some running props under. I know that's going to be the thinking. Oh, run the ball, just run the ball. Like, well, it's RJ Harvey. So, all right, good stuff, Brian. Let's move to the NBA. We're looking at the Hawks and the Grizzlies.
Yes.
What a
game this is.
one
Only
team
the
that
best
was
for you, Brian. Only the best.
Well, one team that was able to trade their troubled, disappointing point guard versus a team that was unable to trade their troubled point guard here. Pretty stunned at this line. Memphis minus 1.5, over under 239.5. I would think Hawks all the way. What am I missing here?
Look, I would never say a bad thing about Chris Allen, who does such a wonderful job behind the scenes here at WagerTalk. But when I saw that, I was like, man, these are two teams that are so hard to break down. Like, just normally, the fact that they're facing each other, this is a tough handicap. There's no doubt about it with these teams. They're just maddeningly inconsistent teams that are just stuck in the mud in the middle of the NBA. Two teams that I think probably get to the play-in round in April, Andy and Dan, but certainly don't get out of it. But we have a game. Let's talk about it, because I actually do like a side here. You talk about the Atlanta Hawks. They've lost 4 in a row. They failed to cover the spread in all 4 of those losses as well. All 4 of those games had a spread of 4 points or less. So not good if you're a Hawks fan that the team lost 3 of them by 16 or more points. Again, odds makers expected competitive games. The Hawks were competitive in 3 of them. Ended up being close on MLK Day at home versus Milwaukee, just a 2-point loss. But no, Hawks trailed by as many as 23 in that one as well. So let's not sugarcoat it. Hawks not playing well right now. Big picture, like I said, I think this team ends up 9th or 10th in the East and doesn't make the final 8. But for tonight, I do actually believe there are some reasons to have some optimism with the Hawks. One, they're on the road. It's been a better team on the road than at home this season. 7-13 straight up, 7-12-1 against the number at home versus 13-12 straight up and 14-11 against the number on the road. 2, call me crazy, but I don't think the Hawks are going to start this game by missing their first 21 3-point attempts like they did against Milwaukee. That would be something to do that 2 games in a row. So better 3-point shooting from Atlanta here today. This is a top 10 team in the league for the season in 3-point percentage. So that's another reason to expect positive aggression from behind the arc. And Memphis, they just got back from playing a couple games over in Europe. They lose in Berlin, win in London, both games against Orlando. John Morant was back for the win in London, which was the second game. Had his highest scoring effort in a while. Go back to December 30th with 24 points, had a season-high assists. I don't think Morant matches those numbers here. And even though the Hawks are hardly defensive stalwarts, I just think as far as this Grizzlies team is concerned, you got to wonder, is there some jet lag coming off? They've had the 2 days off. I understand that, but I don't know. We talk about it all the time in this league. Teams returning home after a long trip tend to struggle that first game back home. The Atlanta Hawks, I believe, are desperate. Markets moved their way this morning. I concur. I would take Atlanta here, probably just to win the game.
Yeah, the Hawks. I mean, what is it with this franchise? Every year, though they look good, Hawks could be their year. No, playing game. Half the team's hurt. Traded for somebody who's got an illness that they can't figure out. So, Atlanta Hawks. It's amazing how some things never change in professional sports. Like if we were to just do every team like what they do every year, we could probably make 75% on season win totals at the beginning of the year. Like Hawks under, disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels that. But the thing, what's interesting is they never just really truly suck and are at the bottom of the league. It feels, which there's nothing worse to do in the NBA than be perpetually mediocre because you're not going to get a lottery pick. So I don't really know what they're doing here, to be honest with you. It just, you don't want to finish, in that 7 to 10 spot every year in the conference, get bounced, and then do it again next year. Just, why?
Yeah. So proud of my Pacers. They've embraced the tank.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And
go to the NBA Finals. Oh, we're not going to go back this year. Let's suck. I mean, I guess it's terrible for the fans, but whatever.
No, trust me, as Pacers fans, we are all on the same page. You are doing the right thing. We have no chance this year. Just play bad. Get a top 3 pick. Get one of these guys that could be just a rock star for anybody that drafts them. So they're not fun to watch, but we know we would rather have a year like this, draft somebody, get Halliburton back rather than be the Hawks.
Yes.
Or the Bulls.
And no one in Indiana cares. They just won the national championship.
Yes.
You think they care about how the Pacers are doing?
Not really. not really at this point. So, Brian, great breakdowns. Andrew has one more question. If you think Rams plus 150 or Seahawks plus 225 wins Super Bowl, do you just bet both and arbitrage a little profit, or is that dumb? Andrew, my opinion, it's not dumb. I just wouldn't recommend it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Look, I'll be honest. I mean, the NFC winner is going to be the favorite, and I think the Rams and the Seahawks are the 2 best teams. And truth be told, the game that I broke down a few moments ago, the AFC Championship game, I know the Olympics are on the horizon, Andy, and the AFC Championship game does have the feel of a bronze medal game, does it not? If you will. So, I mean, I do think Rams Seahawks winner does win the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. But I don't know. It's just at those prices, that's not necessarily that enticing.
Yeah, I mean, one's gonna lose, and if both of them lose, then you are sitting there feeling.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you had to do it a round ago, before, because plus 150, really? like you can bet a plus 150 any day. You know what I mean? So why hold on to it for 3 weeks just to arb a little bit of profit? I mean, if that's how you want to bet it, it's not the worst thing in the world. I just think the value is kind of gone as far as you're talking a plus 225, a plus 150. You could find that in any sport just on any given night.
I would say if you like one of them a lot,
yes, take your shot on one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I did that with Indiana, the aforementioned Indiana Hoosiers in college football. Before they beat Oregon on the morning wager, available every Monday through Friday on the WagerTalk and Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. Mark and I were talking. We're like, hey, if Indiana's going to win this game against Oregon, they're going to be a big favorite against Miami. Let's just bet Indiana to win the championship now, plus money, which we did. And of course, they were minus 300 going into the Miami game, so that was good. So if you really prefer one of the Rams or the Seahawks, I would say maybe do that. But in terms of just kind of hedge, I don't know. The value's not really there.
What do you have up for everyone at WagerTalk, Brian?
3 plays up for. We're coming off of nice 4-1. It was much needed. Sunday and Monday. Full disclosure, stunk. I was very upset. I had the under in the national championship game on Monday, lost by half a point. I was very upset, so we came back firing on Tuesday, 4-1 overall yesterday. 3 plays for today. One's in the Champions League. We went 2-0 in soccer yesterday. Continue to see soccer. Soccer has been okay this year, not been as great as normal, but you go back to April of 2024, guys, I'm still number 1 in net units on the pitch at WagerTalk. So we've got a Champions League play, and then tonight, 2-for-1 deal. You get my top college basketball play, my top NBA play for $29. 26-9 run in the NBA. We snuck out a win last night on the Rockets. Nice comeback against the Spurs. As I predicted, the Rockets were going to have a nice homestand. They did. So you can get that WT.buzz/BP, number 1 win percentage in the NBA at WagerTalk, going back to last year's playoffs.
All right, Bryan Power, thank you very much. WT.buzz/BP. Always good breakdowns and always good to see you. Okay, guys, I talked to Prez earlier today. He issued a little bit of a challenge.
Oh,
now, mind you, this is weighted in their favor. Okay, so
true.
He's on this thing about we got to get as many likes in his comments, and it is true. We have to get a bunch of likes and comments. And he was saying your show, when you say, hey, guess the score, or you have a head-to-head bet going, like, you guys do great, but most of the time we have a ton more. Eventually, he did realize that we are live and theirs is pre-recorded. So they're always going to get more comments after the fact because we are taking comments live. But let's do it. We're going to have a comment off with the best betting show ever. And we need your help. All you have to do is leave any comment. It can just say comment. It can be a smiley face. It can be a story, anything. But
Prez
after the show is over,
is a great comment. The word Prez
comment.
is a douche is a great thing to comment.
So yes, we're having a comment off. We're trying to up the comments on this show. And this is only after the show, not in the chat, but after the show. If you guys could please just do something. It just helps boost the algorithm. We'll respond to your comment and it gets the ball rolling. So if you're enjoying the content, really appreciate it. That is something that could help us out. If you could hit the like button out, that would be great as well. So all right, that's our comment.
I'm so shocked that Prez is issuing a contest that is skewed in his favor, knowing that we have hundreds of comments live on the show that will not count towards the total. Gotta love it. That's Presman for you. Classic Presman.
Oh. All right. Seth was one of the ones that took advantage of these longer packages that we have. And Dan, we've been running red hot, man. 16 units the last 3 days. And yes, cricket winner overnight, tennis winner overnight. A lot of parlays to close out tonight. And we keep pushing this 7 days for the price of 3. So we hit 4% NBA last night, 4% cricket, and a tennis play. And guess what we have up tonight, Dan? 4% cricket, 4% NBA, and tennis. Rinse and repeat. This is how we build bankrolls. Yes. So we already have our 5% UFC best bet that is up. It's only $69 for 7 days worth of plays. You get every single sport that we have. We have, I think, 4 golf plays that are up. So this is an absolute no-brainer. When we're seeing it well, we will tell you, like we always say, we'll tell you when we win, tell you when we lose. Right now, we are winning, and we've got some big plays up. And this is the time that Dan and I are going to start harping on. This is where you do some damage and build bankrolls. Yeah. We will show you the profits when we have all around the world coming up. I'm going to do some obscure market profits for you guys so you can see this is how we do it. These are the plays that I already have locked in, and you should too. So 7 days for 3 days. That's at wt.buzz/AL. And Prez, he came on. He did his begged people to get his play. Yeah. He rewarded him. Give him credit where credit is due. He rewarded everybody. So, good stuff.
I don't need to give Prez any credit. He won the pick, but Prez will give himself all the credit in the world that he needs. Let's be frank about that.
26 letters in the alphabet, and there's 100 of us. That's good. Pick a letter. Just pick your favorite letter and put it down there. This is great. I love it, Seth. Now you're now we're in the spirit of things. Always in the spirit of things is Drew Martin. So we got to bring him on. And there's Drew, our college basketball specialist. Drew, how are you today?
Andy, I'm doing good. Good to see you and Dan, and a lot to go here. I mean, you're talking about Presman. One of the more entertaining guys I've ever met. He's always a fun time. Big fan of Prez. And then you guys talking about the comment off. That's a great idea by Prez. And I'll tell you this, I heard you talking with BP about Jared Stidham and the change. As an Auburn alum, I've seen a lot of Bo Nix, a lot of Jared Stidham in college. And just kind of going off of the change, I agree with the sentiment that you guys were talking. It is a big change. But just watching him in college, I was surprised to still see him on an NFL roster, Jared Stidham. Really? I was not a big fan of him in college. Those were some very, very talented Auburn teams, and they didn't do a lot with him behind center. And I could almost I remember it vividly. It was the SEC Championship game, and Auburn lost to Georgia. And after the game, he was kind of dapping up Georgia players, laughing after the Auburn loss. And I'm like, man, I don't like to see that out of my quarterback. And ever since then, I haven't been a huge Jared Stidham fan. So for whatever it's worth, I would look to go against the Broncos, but just my opinion.
Boom.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Care to make things interesting, Drew?
Oh, what do we got?
Okay, so I don't think we've done a head-to-head. So when two handicappers go head-to-head, make your case for your side, and then people put in the comments section which handicapper they agreed with, and whenever the final result is issued, we pick one, and they win a free 3-day pass. You don't have to wear anything stupid. Doesn't cost you any money. We're literally just winning something for the people watching. That's it. So head-to-head, you want the Patriots minus 5.5? I'll take the Broncos.
Yeah, is it 5.5? I saw it at 5. I mean, I got to kind of
5. There's 4.5. I mean,
we'll give him 5. We'll do 5.
Let's call it 5. right? Let's split.
All right.
We'll say 4.5, 5. So Drew's saying 5 with the Patriots, lay it. Andy's saying, give me the 5 with the Broncos. All you have to do, folks who are watching, this will help the comment off. Comment below Drew and your Wager Talk username, or Andy and your Wager Talk username. And whichever side covers, we'll circle back to it next week, and we'll let you know who wins a free 3-day flex pass. It's that easy, Drew. You may just win some stuff for some folks here, man. I love it.
I like it. Yeah, I'm down. And
all right,
hey,
we're grading it at 5. 5 is what we'll
grading
grade
it 5.
All
we
right, so
figured
comment
out how
below
to
after the video goes live, folks. After the video goes live.
Yeah, we figured out a way to go head to head, and yet we get to weasel out of any losses. Nobody gets punished here. It's all about winning.
It all started with Andy and Jesse. They were wearing like stupid shit on the show, and we were like, "How can we make this a little more productive than having Jesse Shule have to come on with Billy Bob teeth on?" And we found
Yes.
that giving away 3 free day flex passes works for the viewers much better. So Drew and your Wager Talk username, if you think the Patriots can cover 5, if you think the Broncos get in the 5 or the side, comment below Andy and your Wager Talk username, and then you're going to be entered in. And when Drew's on next week, we'll circle on back.
Well, here's the thing, guys. 5 sets up a push. You guys are missing the best thing about it. If it's a push, we pick 2 winners.
There you go.
Right.
So
bad.
5 would be a pretty obscure number.
Well done by Drew negotiating the 5 there. He's a man of the people. Drew Martin, baby.
Awesome
That's
stuff.
what gambling's about. You got to go for every little number you can get, So yeah, let's go 5.
Drew bought the point. All right, let's do the college basketball Peacock doubleheader. We got Georgetown, Villanova, and West Virginia, Arizona State. And then we got something funny for you, Drew, after these breakdowns. I think you'll get a kick out of it. But let's start with Georgetown, Villanova, minus 9.5. Over under 144. Tell us about these teams and what you expect tonight.
Sure. Shout out to Chris Allen behind the scenes. I like his little NBC Peacock doubleheader. And I'll tell you, I'll be quick with this one. Georgetown, under Ed Cooley, losing 5 straight, just 1-6 in Big East Conference play. Not a team I'm looking to bet on, although we're seeing the market. They opened 10.5 Villanova. Now we're seeing 8.5. So obviously people out there are disagreeing with me sidewise. I don't have a bet on the side, Andy. Instead, I like the total. And I don't think we get into the 140s here. We're seeing 143.5 pretty much across the board. Talked about Georgetown struggling. Villanova 14-4. They're off of a loss to St. John's. And there's a contrast in styles in terms of what Villanova played in St. John's. A very up-tempo team now going up against Georgetown, the slowest team in terms of pace in the Big East Conference. They just played in a game with 59 possessions last time out. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of possessions in this game. Therefore, 143.5. I don't think we get to the 140s, guys. I think defense at the forefront. I like the under in the 7:00 game. Finneran Pavilion, Villanova, Pennsylvania. We're going Georgetown, Villanova, under 143.5.
Yeah, 59 possessions is you got to be efficient with those possessions to get some points going. We move on to the next game, West Virginia and Arizona State. This is a much closer spread here, minus 225, over under 145.5. Again, tell us about these teams and what you expect.
Sure. Tempe, Arizona here for the nightcap, if you will, on Peacock. I like the dog here, Andy. I think the Mountaineers plus 2.5. If you want to sprinkle some on the money line, I don't disagree with it. Ross Hodge, he had 27 wins last year at North Texas with the Mean Green. I like what he's doing with West Virginia. Very good on the defensive side. Another team that plays very slow. I think they're going to be able to control the pace here. They're 12-6 out the gate, and they're up against Arizona State, just 10-8 on the season. Not one of Bobby Hurley's better teams. And the main reason why, they don't play any defense in the Big 12. If you look at their last 5 games, they let up 95 points against Colorado, 104 points against BYU, 84 against Kansas State, 89 against Arizona, and last time out against Houston, 103 points. They don't stop anybody. I don't think they're going to be able to stop West Virginia here. I think it's one of those wrong team favored. Let's go with the Mountaineers plus 2.5, the dog barking in the desert.
Love it.
All right. Taking the dog here. We got something funny for you. Tell everyone what you have up though. Yeah, love the background. Love the Auburn hat. What are you bringing to the table today at Wager Talk?
Yeah, what the Dolphins? It's
The
been
Dolphins.
a couple. It's been a tough couple decades as a Dolphins fan, but I appreciate the props there, Andy. Got a 5%er up in the NFL. Nice little 8-2 football run, and got 59% over the last 150 client plays. So the long term there, we got a special up a month service. You get the NFL, college basketball, $100 off if you want to check that out on the specials tab at WagerTalk. But looks to be a pass in terms of the client plays for college basketball tonight, Andy. But do have the 5%er up for the NFC Championship game this weekend.
Nice runs, 59% over 150 plays. That is, you'll make a lot. You'll make your clients a lot of money if you keep that up. So, okay, Drew. So college football officially ended Monday night. And I was like, we're entering into a new season. And then I was promptly reminded what season we're entering on social media with the influencers and like some of these jokers. You are a long-term college basketball specialist, but everyone else on social media, it's college basketball is my best sports season. Every time a sport ends, you do,
every time it's wash, rinse, repeat. If this season is my best sports season, this is true.
I might have buried you in NFL, but college basketball. So we're gonna do this every time a new sports season starts up.
It's upon us.
Just cracks me up every time. But college basketball season for Drew is when it starts. So, all right, Drew. Thank you so much. Great breakdowns. Grab those specials. 5%. Good luck on your 5%. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Andy.
Drew.
Thanks, Dan. Have a good one, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Always a good time with Drew Martin. War damn Eagle. That hat gets me jacked up. I'm not even an Auburn fan, and I get excited every time I see it.
My favorite season is wait till you see my NFL. NFL is my best sport.
It's the sharpest market in the world.
It's not your best sport, sir.
Bitch.
It's just if it is your best sport, then you are really bad at the other ones. So new seasons always creeping up. So let's bring in Ross, and then we'll do all around the world.
What's going on, boys?
How we doing, Ross?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Hope
good,
you feel better in the coming days, Dan and Andy.
Thanks. I mean, I feel better already. I got Ross on the show. How could I be sad, Ross? Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I feel the same way about you guys.
Let's go, baby.
Let's see, Ross. We're gonna break down the NFC Championship game, and then you get a good game tonight. Thunder versus
Let me ask you something first before we get going. What is the name of Prez's show?
It's called The Best Betting Show Ever.
Well, that says it all about Prez right there. You know, he's his own biggest fan. He's the best at everything without any substantiation. And by the way, Prez, do your homework, because when it comes to likes versus videos, the percentage of likes versus videos, you check my stats compared to whatever you've done over the last 2 years. Okay. That's the name of the game. It's not only about getting likes, it's what percentage of likes you're getting on the videos. And Andy, you do a terrific job. Don't let his bombacious personality bring you down. I do Let's like let me preface that by saying I do like President.
Yes.
But now he'll resort his way of resorting or responding to this will be to attack my age. So that's okay.
It's what he goes to every time. It's what he goes to.
He has no other recourse. It's always, you old man, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's like he's got the string in the back, Ross. That you know he has to go to his old faithfuls and like, Ross, you're old. It's like you pull a string on his back.
Exactly.
And it's like
you know, I hear it from some viewers on my solo videos, but they keep watching, Dan, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to.
You're good. You're good, brother. We're all be watching the NFC Championship game, so we got to get your take on this one. Rivalry, big game. They're going to be the favorites going into the Super Bowl, whoever comes out ahead. it's settled at this -2.5. I don't know if you really wanted the 3, you could go buy it, but I haven't seen it on too many books with the over under at 47.5. So we're just going to break it down at Seattle -2.5. How do you see this game going down?
Yeah, I think Seattle's the best team remaining in the field. I felt that way at the beginning of the playoffs, and I do now. Now, I know the Rams have played them awful tough. Despite the fact that they lost both times in the regular season, there were 1 and 2 point games, and the last one being that controversial overtime game. However, what concerns me with the Rams is their defense down the stretch. I mean, the first, 9, 10 games, their defense was awesome, but they shown some vulnerability. I mean, even last week, they only allowed 17 against Chicago, but they gave up over 470. They gave up exactly 417 yards. So in their last 6 games, they've allowed 27.8 points per game and 370 yards per contest, in a very high 6.5 yards per play allowed over their last 6 games. That's not going to win you a lot of championships, and it puts a lot of pressure on your offense, which has been very good, and the reason why they went 4-2 over the last 6 games. But Seattle, this is a defense. They've allowed 10 points or fewer in 6 of the last 7 games, and you'd be hard pressed to ask or make a point to me of any defense in the NFL that's performed better than Seattle, not only overall, but down the stretch. And the one exception is that game against the Rams, where they won that game 38-37, I believe it was, in overtime, and they gave up over 500 yards of total offense. So if there's any such thing as revenge for a defensive unit, Seattle certainly will have it in this case. And let's not forget, the first time around, when they beat the Rams at Los Angeles, they only allowed 249 yards in that game. So Seattle started 3-2, 12-1 since that time, including an 8-game win streak. Over this 8-game win streak, winning by an average of 16 points per game, 6-0 in their last 6 at home, with 3 of those wins coming against playoff teams. And home field advantage, I don't know if you'll get any more home field advantage than when playing in Seattle in front of that raucous crowd at playoff time. So I like Seattle here. Late at 2.5 over the Rams. I contemplated taking a money line here, Andy, but I don't like going over -140. But if you can get 140 or less, I would go to Seattle on the money line as well. So Seattle -2.5 is my official pick.
All right, let's get your official pick for the NBA. We got the Thunder, we got the Bucks. I don't know what's going on with either team right now. The Bucks kind of dealing with some injuries. OKC kind of fumbling their way through the season, but it is just a reminder: this NBA season is a long, grueling season. You can look unstoppable, and then all of a sudden you're a 500 team. But no surprise, OKC going to be the big favorite here, -9.5. I believe Miles Turner is questionable for tonight. That happens a lot with him. Over under 227.5. What's your take on this game?
Yeah, I'm going to look at Milwaukee's team total here, which is 109. I mean, the Bucks, their last 5 games have scored 112 points or fewer on each occasion and averaged only 105.6 points scored per game. The first meeting with Oklahoma City this year, they've met 4 times in the last 2 years. And in those 4 games, Milwaukee averaged just 101.3 points per game against Oklahoma City. Basically, you're looking at the nucleus of that Oklahoma City team has been intact in the last 3 years, and it's no mistake. I mean, Oklahoma City is, even though they're fumbling through, as you alluded to, they're still very good defensively on a consistent basis. Their last 4 games allowing just short of 104 points per game. Last 4 games allowing 40% shooting or worse from the field. And this is a Milwaukee team that plays at a very slow tempo. They're number 26 in the NBA in terms of offensive pace. In Oklahoma City, number 1 in defensive efficiency, which is measured by points allowed per 100 offensive possessions. So I am going to go with Milwaukee's under their team total of 109. Did I lose you guys?
Muted, Andy.
Did I lose you guys?
Who muted me? I love when you look at team totals, Ross. It's such an underrated market to look at, and people don't talk about it enough. So appreciate you bringing that to the forefront. Tell everyone what you have up. Free videos. What's your official plays? What can everyone get from you?
Very shortly, you'll have 2 college basketball free picks on a solo video that I'm going to do in games between Kentucky and Texas and Virginia Tech and Syracuse. You can get that by going to WagerTalk TV. You could also go to my direct link at WagerTalk TV, which is wt.buzz/Ross TV. That's wt.buzz/Ross TV. Don't forget to give a like today's video. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, folks, I don't know what you're waiting for. You got the best group of handicappers collectively in all the world right here at WagerTalk TV. So subscribe if you haven't done so already. Best of all, it's free. NBA on 55-39 run, Andy. Good for 59%. NBA straight bets, which are point spread plays and money line bets, a combined 206 and 155. With my last 361 up over 95 units, all sports premium picks since May the 13th, which now is well over 8 months, folks, 8 months and about a week, up 173.70 units during that course of time. That's number one at WagerTalk during that time period. In college basketball on a nice 16-10 run, 62%. In college football, I mean, I know there's no college football left, but Andy, allow me to blow my horn. Another great season in college football, winning over 75 units in net profit and hitting 63% of my plays. In over the last 3 seasons in college football, 60% winners and plus 155 units of net profit. That's number one in units earned. In number one in return on investment over the last 3 years in college football. So pretty proud about that, Andy.
Congratulations. You should brag about that. Those are no small numbers, man. Yeah. You number one over last 3 years with all that ROI. Absolutely. Congratulations on that, man.
And 16-8 over the last 7 days with all premium picks. Forgot.
Love it. Ross is just printing money over there. So, Ross, all your plays are up. Free videos are up. You always bring a smile to our faces. And thank you so much, Ross, for joining us. Ross. We'll see you next week.
All right, boys. Take care, man.
You too.
Let's.
Yeah.
He's, I love when he brings out streaks. He brought a streak.
No, I love it even more when he starts off with the WWE wrestling promo against Prez. That was really, I mean, he did not bury the lead, did our man Ross the Boss Benjamin?
No,
you gotta love it. That's when 805 the boss can make you $1 million. We love to see it, man.
All right, well, let's continue making some money. We're gonna do all around the world, and now that we don't have like big college football games every day, we're running out of NFL games. We're going to take this all around the world. And we're going to focus on a much more of the obscure markets we take advantage of. They may look really out there, and that's the best part because these are the ones where the lines are off and you can actually make 60% winners on some of these. So we'll go over some plays. The Raptors and the Kings. Zach LaVine under 2.5 made threes. He's gone over this in 6 straight games. And so you're saying, oh, what is he shooting, like 10 3-pointers per game? No, he's averaging 6.2, except, Dan, he's making 59% of threes. This is a career 39% shooter. There's regression all over this one. Like, this just screams cold shooting night coming up. So Zach LaVine is not going to continue to shoot damn near 60% from threes on 6 attempts per game. So I'll take Zach LaVine under threes. Okay. Australian Open. This is a women's doubles plays. If you've been following these plays, you've seen the success. So the first play that we're going to do, look for this Jones, or we'll go to the Parks and Yastremska. We're fading this team. They've played together twice. Both matches were way back in April. They beat a weak team and then they got smoked by a really good team. So I don't need to do too much here to know that they're going up against a team who plays together. They won their last tournament without dropping a set, including beating a quality team. So we're going to take this this Guo, I can't pronounce her name, Mladenovic, minus 1.5 sets. We're going to have him to win 2-0, and we're going to parlay that with Kachenik and Ninamaya. This is all about Jones and Sharma. Yeah, nailed it. Dan, Jones is 17 years old, making her professional doubles debut here.
Ooh.
She is coming off of playing in, literally, it's called the girls tournaments. So her partner has lost 5 in a row on her own doubles plays. And meanwhile, Kachenik is a top 45 player. So we're going to take them to beat the brakes off of this 17-year-old making her debut, partnering up with somebody who has lost 5 in a row. So that's the Australian Open women's doubles. And then we're going to go to the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. This starts tonight. Our boy, David Puig, top 20 is minus 145. This man is a top 20 machine. He plays on the Live Tour. Every tournament, this guy is in the top 20. He's a young guy. He's getting better every single tournament, and the numbers back it up. Everyone focuses on Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood in the top 10s. No, we'll take this guy to keep finishing inside the top 20. Every time he plays, take his top 20. It's rinse and repeat. I think this thing's hit like 80% over the last year and a half. So, all right, that's your free plays. Again, guys, we're focusing on these markets where you can legit build your bankroll. This is what we do. Yeah, I mean, woke up this morning to just when I checked the bank accounts this morning, Dan, that was a pleasant surprise. And one of the nice things about it, when you wake up and you just see it,
you're in full steam ahead mode. Then you're like, all right, I'm getting right back to work. You and I were joking about it. You know, you have a rough night of sleep, you roll over, you check how the plays did, the overnight plays. You win those plays, and you're like, well, not going back to bed. Time to get back to work, baby. You know what I mean?
The other nice thing about the overnight plays is you just see the result. So
no sweats involved, no stress involved. If you lose, you move on. The result, the box score watching, it feels much better than having to grind out some of these plays, like that 12-day long cricket match that we had that we thought we were screwed and then we weren't. Yeah.
Well, what everyone slept through last night was this damn cricket play being rain delayed. And then our team goes up to bat and they do okay. And then the rain comes in, it gets delayed again. And then the other team comes out and it rains more. So they just said, we're playing a short game. Like it should have been canceled. They made them play in this monsoon, and it came down to the last pitch and the last swing of the bat.
Wow.
Like, so if you were trying to follow, you were sitting through rain delays and all, and they just made up the rules. They're like, we know you're supposed to play 20 innings. You're playing 8. It's like, what is this made up nonsense? But we cashed it. So that's a good thing. So, all right, we got to get out of here. Dan needs to go get some sleep. And
I'm putting the blanket up, Andy. You can cash over 3.5 nap hours that I'm about to cash in here. 5% for me. Nap time.
I'm so excited. Like, what a team we are. You're hopped up on Dayquil. I'm hopped up on steroids. We're such a mess over here.
What we do, baby, but we're here for the people. That's what Wager Talk Today is about. And Andy, comment below, because we got our comment off that we're doing with Prez. And after this video ends in just a few seconds here, folks, if you're watching in the live, hang out. Refresh the page and comment below, because if you comment Andy with your Wager Talk username, that means that you're back in the Broncos. +5 if you comment Drew and your Wager Talk username, that means you're laying the 5 with the Patriots. It's your chance to win a free 3-day flex pass, baby. So comment below after the video goes live, and remember the comment off. Let's beat Prez and his best betting show ever. Let's go. Wager Talk Today Army. Let's get on.
All right, we got a big show tomorrow. Same time, same place. Dan's going to get some sleep. I'm going to run through a brick wall. Let's go. Take care. Good luck on